Guys, welcome back to my channel. How was your weekend? If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time, welcome very much to my channel. So the big fish right in front of us is Glamour Girls. I don't even know where to start from. Just start from the head, or should I start from the tail, or should I just jump in? Like, I don't even know how to go about discussing this movie. But we have to start from somewhere, okay? And I hope you're with me. You're ready to dig in. Like, this movie is just more on this kind of hustle, the street smart hustling of these girls. Like, you need to see the Glamour Girls. They are sassy, they are classy, like they are the happening babes. You get. And you know, it also gave up like this small thing the movie was talking about, just like these flashy cars. If you can be, you know, swift, and then you can crash if you don't remain in control. It tells us the upside and the downside of this kind of hustle. And the Glamour Girls, like every other association, they have rules. And the two they really mentioned in the movie is, number one, when things go AY, you know, the first person to look out for is yourself. And the golden rule is not just number two, but it's a sacred rule. Like, don't break this rule. You don't fall in love. You don't exchange your love for free, because the moment you do, it's game over. The main character, you see three girls: Donna, Gemma, and Emanuela. Donna is the boss of Glamour Girls, and you know, the name to the public is known as Glamour Interiors. Like, they offer this interior decor to the public, but then they also, it's like a cover for the escort services they also render. Then Gemma considers herself, like Donna considers Gemma as a sister. That's the boss considers Gemma as a sister more than workers. So this whole kind of relationship had a bridge because Gemma broke the golden rule. She opted out, she fell in love. You know, she has the mind of her own. She wanted to start a life of her own with the love of her life. So she left, and then she has a 12-year-old son. But then life happened to this family because the husband is in a very bad condition in the hospital with very poor prognosis. And you know, she has sold lots of things to make sure that the husband, you know, they keep footing this hospital bill, so that property, stuff like that. Emanuela is from a poor background. She has siblings she's catering for because her parents abandoned them. She was once a stripper at a club until she was dismissed because a bodyguard named Egwerube, he framed her for stealing his boss's ring, which she didn't. Francis referred her to Glamour Interiors. That's for Glamour Girls. He referred her to Glamour Interiors, she and two of her other friends. And they went, they saw Donna. They made quite an impression the very first time, because you know now Donna is classic. They came in all this cheap perfume, like their clothes, like this roadside chic, and their hair is a no for Donna. Donna was like, please, people should just leave, get out. She played one of her two street cards, and before you know it, Donna was quite impressed. So she gave her a business card, promising that her assistant, his name is Tommy, will contact Emanuela. So Emanuela left. For like 2 weeks, there was no call. Emanuela was worried because, you know, now things needs to be done. So Gemma, on the other hand, the husband's condition was getting worse, and she has sold almost all her properties except one land she has. So she has been calling Donna. Donna refused to pick her call because the way she broke the rule and left, Donna was really angry with her. She has been calling those guys she met when she was a Glamour girl. They refused to take her calls, so she had to go and meet Donna herself. Coincidentally, she met Emanuela. She has been waiting Donna to refuse to call her back or take her calls. So Emanuela was outside, and she was like, why are you waiting? Why are you standing here? She was like, they refused to allow me into the premises. Emanuela came in through Gemma and waited at the reception while Gemma went to meet Donna. So Gemma pleaded with Donna, like, okay, please, can you just loan me the money, or just help me sell? I need a buyer desperately. Let me sell this land, or loan me the money. Donna was like, fine, she's going to loan her the money on the condition that she comes back to being an escort. The top client has a special get together they are hosting, and they will need their A game. Since Gemma refuses to come, okay, this can be, everybody has a replacement, right? Like, to her, everybody has a replacement, everything has a price. So she asked Tommy to clean Emanuela up, that this will be Gemma's replacement. And so that's how Emanuela became a glamour girl. Days turned weeks, these glamour girls, they were enjoying the luxury that comes with this, their job, the lifestyle, stuff like that. And it was time for the party. Gemma came. Surprisingly, Gemma came because she was really, really desperate. She needed the money. She came, and at the party, she met a guy named Alexander. I was like, am I a potato? Why is nobody picking me? Remember the bodyguard, the one that framed her for stealing? She was like, she was never going to go. And the bodyguard was like, yeah, he actually owed her one because he really framed her. He told her he framed her. And I was like, okay, since I owe you one, can I introduce you to my new boss? And Emanuela was like, okay, that's fine. So he introduced Emanuela to his new boss. His name is Babalola. They clicked, he saw this vibe in her. He liked Emanuela from the beginning. And after the party, they kept on saying things were smooth. He got her a house, a car, he got her a job as a bank, he got her a job as an assistant manager. See connection. Just like that, Emanuela was enjoying his life. She never knew that Egwerube, the bodyguard, has things underneath his sleeve. And because she was gullible, she wasn't aware of his plans, she became his game. So life was it was going somehow for Gemma on the other end. Gemma's husband died eventually, and she had to take things serious with Alexander because she actually liked Alexander. Remember that meme that therapists would be like, okay, so your problem is that you easily fall in love, and the client was like, yes, my love. they look Gemma write this meme because Gemma easily falls in love, and before you know, she accepts the proposal of Alexander, and they are planning a wedding. Unknown to Gemma that this Alexander guy she's married, because all of a sudden a 12-year-old child became cold, moody. Alexander was abusing a child sexually, and he refuses to spill because he was told that if he says anything to his mother, he will kill his mother. So he was trying to protect his mother. Gemma found out this ill acts of Alexander and trying to defend her son. One said to another, and Alexander died. So Dumas, she felt responsible for Gemma because she was the one that brought Gemma in. She could have just given Gemma the money, but she wanted Gemma to be an escort again. So she disposed the body and covered up for Gemma. Things were going cool until the guy that they killed. They discovered that this guy had $10 billion in his account, and this money belongs to a group of association, actually their top clients. And these people, they don't joke with their money. So the glamour girls, they didn't even know what to do, how to go about the situation. But in a setting, they have to dance to this tune because they play the music. So what happened to the glamour girls? What was under the slave of Egwerube? All these kind of things you have to find out for yourself to not be a spoiler. For the video quality, check. For the sound, the music, check. Like I don't know. I was enjoying some parts of the song. Some song would keep you in the mood. There are some parts where the cast they're talking, but then the background music is still playing. It shouldn't be that way now. Like we're just trying to separate the background song from what the cast is saying. Like I said that wasn't enough. There's this song, you're my only bun sugar plum, and for glamour girls, are you serious? Looks like music has finished, so I don't know why they played that song actually, Shabo. For other songs, it's very, very much okay. And for the character, I would say the characters, they are really too much. Some unnecessary cast that shouldn't be there. I know it's glamour girls, like we're not expecting to see just 2 to 3 girls playing this glamour girl style. But then the main character, I don't know what that girl that was a drug addict that takes cocaine. I don't really see her impact in that movie. They've already told us that Emanuela has siblings she's catering for. So I don't know why they had to bring them in. Is it to prove a point? Because I don't really see that. It's not necessary. They can't, keep the energy till the end of this movie. They just show them once, which it shouldn't be. So they just came, and the only time they came, they were like, Labin! Just imagine my genius Samako and my brother. So the was confused. The person was going, Esther, if you don't shut up your mouth, then if you don't shut up, is that how to blab? Are you the only one with problem in this world? And for the suspense, they really succeeded in suspending me. They suspended me actually because there are some parts where they will just give you an incomplete scene and just allow you to just assume, which is not supposed to be so. The part that they even suspended me, like I was shocked. It was when Louis's husband, Louis is she's a glamour girl, and the husband came back from abroad. You know, she's the one footing the bills. She just got married to have kids, and you know, so the husband came back from abroad, and it was like he discovered his wife is an escort, and so he went to her boutique one night because she was always keeping late nights, lying that she went to her shop. So he went to the boutique, and the man is with cutlass, so he was going to kill the man. He was going to shoot his money out. I was expecting this, you know, Egwerube kind of vibe. Before you know, the man just opened the door and jaw drop. That was it. What did you see? Did you see 50 human beings in the room? Did you see? Is it your dad you saw? Or did the man come with his police dog? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around this thing. I'm still not getting anything. Okay, well, let me wrap it again. Nothing. I mean, they really suspended me in that one. And for my last question is, I know it was supposed to be two flash. The one that the Aka has and the one with 21 billion naira. So I don't know how the flash of 15 billion naira got to the hands of the chief, and there are other flash with the glamour girl. I don't know how it became to a flash. If you really understand that thing, you can do what to, you know, leave your comments in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so this is about glamour girls. I mean, for me, what I'll pick about the movie is their zeal. Like in every hustle, irrespective of your hustle, is the zeal. Like Manuela, she refused to say no, and the strife and everything. This movie is not the movie you just watch with like big moral lessons, but then just for entertainment. I remembered because the child was always moody, and when the man was out of their life, he became happy again. So always watch out for the behavioral change of your child, especially when it's into a new environment or someone new comes into his life. Like actually watch out for your kids, because they can really be bullied to not say anything. If a mature person can be bullied, how much more your kids? What your thoughts for this movie? Did it beat your expectations, or it wasn't up to your expectation? You know, just say things you don't like about the movie, things you love about the movie. You know, your best cast. To me, my best cast is Donna. Donna is the boss. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this movie's gossip. I hope you enjoyed the movie gossip. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to stay updated, because I'll be bringing more and more movies to gossip, and yeah, you're going to enjoy it as well. Thank you very much.